Hey guys, Mark again from Dog Brewing. The last Muntons lager that I have, actually the last home brew that I have, kind of bummed out. I want to talk about this later if I remember. Just a little accidental experiment, put it that way. Not a ton going on this week. I've got Home Brew Wednesday number 2 actually, before I forget. If you remember from Home Brew Wednesday number 1 last week, I was going to do a nut brown ale, an Irish stout with chocolate in it for the first time, and then I had another Irish kit. But I hope to get all 3 done by Sunday. I did these on Thursday, but then some conversations with Matt from Michigan and Chubby Glutton over in New Zealand gave me some tips on some chocolate stout stuff, so I decided that I'd wait on that 3rd kit before I did it and think about some of the things that they suggested. One was the lactose, which I'm aware of, forgot all about it, and been meaning to try that. I just keep forgetting, so thanks Matt from Michigan for reminding me to try that. And Chubb's suggestion was the cocoa nibs, I believe, and I had to admit that I had never heard of them before, but he provided some neat links and useful links, and I did check them out. So one or both combination, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for that beer, but maybe in the interest of experimenting and progressing forward, maybe I'll throw the lactose at it first with the same way I did the chocolate before with this one, and see how that tastes, and then if I want to improve it again, go with Chubb's suggestion. Gravity ratings for the nut brown ale here. My original was 1046, 1.046. That was with the brown sugar. 2 pounds of brown sugar and an extra cup or so, remember, for my wife's leftover dark brown. I forget how much malt I put in there, DME I put in there, maybe a pound. But yeah, I was kind of surprised at 1046. So good news today, we're 6 days into it. Right now, I've spun this thing off camera before I started filming, and it keeps showing up right around 1004, 1.004. So I did the calculation quick. Right now, it should be about 5.5% alcohol. So if you add your 0.5 in for bottle conditioning, it's going to be a decent 6%er, it looks like. Apparently that brown sugar did it. Nothing else I did different, so that's the only thing I can think. Definitely wasn't that strong the first time I made it. The Irish chocolate stout, whatever you want to call it, 1.007, and that started at 1035, so she's going to be a little weak, but still it comes in, unless it drops over the next couple days. I'll probably give both of these 10-day mark before I bottle them up, but with numbers I'm getting from it now, it's going to be 4.1, 4.2%, so it won't be too bad, but that'll kind of fit my style. I'm more of a session guy than a sipper, unfortunately, but I have not tasted the nut brown at all. I tasted that a few days ago just out of curiosity because of the chocolate. I was curious, but let's see what this old nut brown tastes like. Brown sugar. First time I've ever had beer with brown sugar in it. Boy, kind of the same reaction I think Craig had. It's good. It's good, but it's consistent for me. You know, I'm not getting anything different up front than I am in the middle, and then at the end when I swallow it. Let me try it again. it's just kind of smooth from start to finish. I like it a lot. And if I can make 6% brown ale by throwing in some brown sugar, I think when that carbs up, if it's as good as it seems like right now, I'll definitely be making that again. Definitely. Kind of happy with that. Very happy with that. So if you guys, that's 2 people now that have put up some brown sugar ones, that are just doing simple kits to save money. Go for it. He did it in a Cooper's Lager and I did it in a Muntons Nut Brown Ale. Good. Good beer. Let's try this chocolate stout again. Now the first time I tried this, I think it was Sunday. And I did it for a reason I'm going to explain here in a second. I caught some bitterness up front, and then in the middle, as I was getting ready to swallow it, I could get the chocolate, and then it finished bitter again. Let's see if it's any different now, a few days later. I'm down in the garage, by the way, today, so you hear it hitting the floor a little bit. It's fine. Got some kind of plastic hybrid tile or whatever. It'll be fine. That's strange. A little bit bitter up front. It kind of ended with the chocolate this time. Let me see. No, it doesn't end with the chocolate. It kind of goes back to the bitter. But in the middle, I'm getting the chocolate, but in a more bitter way than I did the other day. And it was unsweetened chocolate, 8 ounces of unsweetened chocolate. It's gonna be good. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in it. In hindsight, I think I might have wanted to, well, you know what, maybe if I put the lactose to it, do it with the unsweetened chocolate again, put the lactose to it this time to sweeten it up a little bit. I was worried about putting the sweetened chocolate in there because I didn't want it to be too sweet. Because I'm not a super sweet beer drinker, but and I'm, bitter's not bad. I'm not a hot crazy guy either, but it's okay. I can drink it, and of course with conditioning, we know how it all changes. If it comes out, what I was trying to do is the way it came out the last time I made it, and just have a little bit of chocolate to it, because it was awesome the first time I did it. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm not saying it's bad now, but it's changed over, let's see, like I say, it was Sunday, today's Wednesday. So it's changed over the last few days, no doubt. And I did want to talk about this. I'm going to show a real brief clip. I apologize, I should have probably done it a little longer. I tried to get it to focus. It's a decent shot. I tried to get it to focus even a little bit closer inside the fermenter of this to show you a layer on top of the beer that I haven't seen in all the brews I've done. I'm a year into it, if you guys remember now, of home brewing, so still quite a bit of rookie, but I've seen enough of the process, where the foam goes back in and you pretty much know everything's done. This is developed, and the only thing I changed from the last time I made it was I added the 8 ounces unsweetened chocolate, and what I did with that is I boiled it. These particular kits want you to use like 3.5 liters of water, bring it to a boil, add it into your fermenter. So when I was doing that 3.5 liter boil, I put the 8 ounces of chocolate in there to melt it down. And when I was boiling it, I was just getting up to a boil and everything, and it kind of almost had, it was like mimicking a hot break, sort of. It kind of started getting a nice creamy foam on the top. And not ever doing it before, I just kind of ended the boil there because it came to the boil. Kind of found the kit. So, long story short, pitched the yeast in the afternoon on Thursday, and the next morning both of them started off good. But I noticed this overnight, this layer of, and I thought all week about how to try to describe it to you guys. It's kind of like it's like a crust, just kind of, it was like a weird crust, almost like a corn starch, like something you'd make gravy with, just kind of had like this crust on there. Well, when fermentation was going good, when it first had started and it was aggressive, CO2 was coming up through that, was kind of pushing it up. So that's why I took a reading on Sunday, I was a little bit worried because I thought, geez, if that's just going to like cut off everything. Things not going to want to breathe well and whatnot. But it was 1.007 on Sunday too, and today it's still the same. So I was pleasantly surprised on Sunday when it already dropped that far. And unfortunately it hasn't changed since then either. But my point is, this is not dropping back into the beer. It doesn't seem like it's dropping back in like the foam does. So check out that brief clip of it, and we'll come back here in a second. Yeah, see that, guys? That, I don't know if the camera can pick that up real well, but it's a different, I don't know. We'll see what you guys think. Focus. Ain't gonna do it. You know, as opposed to this, which is what I'm used to seeing, obviously. Nice foamy head. Good. This is the nut brown. Okay, I hope you could see what I was talking about. So I guess my only thing is I'm just throwing it out there for if anybody's ever done chocolate, boiled chocolate in water and done it with kits like this. If there's another way, I should have done it. I'm not panicking over it. I think the biggest thing is going to be, I'm not going to get as much, probably as many bottles out of it, I think, because, you know, not only will I be fighting the trub on the bottom, I'm going to have the ceiling coming down slowly but surely as I'm bottling. So I'm going to have to be careful with that. But so I just wanted to show that and see if there's anybody out there that could tell me that, how to do it different maybe. Maybe should I boiled it longer? I don't know. I just never seen a crust like form like that. None, on any of the beers I've done, never seen that. So, is there anything else? Oh, yes, I wanted to briefly touch on this Muntons lager. First time I did it was a pound of DME and a pound of corn sugar, and it was awesome. So I wanted to do it again, and I was shooting a breeze with the owner of my local home brew shop, just talking back and forth as I'm picking out items. Well, I wanted another, I was going to make it with 2 pounds of DME this time and leave out the corn sugar, just for a taste comparison to see what would happen. And unbeknownst to me, until I got home, one of the pounds of the DME was is it Bavarian wheat, whatever. So I'm not a huge wheat, you know, that citrusy taste it gives you, the wit beer. Is it wit beers? I don't know. You guys can tell me, but you know what I mean, like a Blue Moon or something. Up here would be comparable. I'm not a big fan of that taste, that kind of a beer. But I said, heck with it. Brew shop's not super far away, but far enough where it was kind of an inconvenience to, if you know, you already got the stuff. So I went ahead and made it anyway. So I had 1 pound of, say, sparkling amber, DME maybe, and a pound of this Bavarian wheat. Well, lo and behold, it made it taste, just that 1 pound, did give it that hint of, you know, like a Blue Moon or whatever. That typical wheat beer like this color. Don't know much about them, as you can tell. I'm struggling with that, but so I just want to throw that out there. If anybody, I bet if you guys took a Muntons, anybody that's still into the kits wanted to make something for the wife, maybe, or to try it to see if she would like it, or significant other, whatever. Throwing a couple pounds of that to this kit, you'd probably have something that's, if you like those beers, that for cheap, that you'd like. But anyway, I'm going to end this video with some shots of the moon rising behind my house on brew night. So I brewed last Thursday night or afternoon, after obviously the day after Home Brew Wednesday 1, and we had wicked cool moon. Apparently it was full the night before or something. I don't know. It didn't show up here. We must have had cloud cover. But I went out with Striped Dog towards the end of the evening and let him go out again for bed type of thing. And dang moon, I could see it. It was glowing like crazy. So I said, man, I'm going to go get my camera, see what it looks like as it comes up. And I don't know, it's 1.5 minute footage or whatever. 2 different little clips. Hope it doesn't bore you to death, but I thought maybe you guys some guys might appreciate how it looked, just the way it comes up through the trees in the back of my house. I've got this huge hill that runs parallel to my house, and the sun and the moon come up over it, so we get some pretty good views, depending on what the cloud formations are doing and stuff. You can get some really eerie looking moons that I could probably sell for like horror movies or something if I got professional about it, but I don't know. That's it. That's me for this week. Still nursing these new brews. I'll probably try to bottle them, I don't know, in a few more days. I like to let them sit a little bit. And so I really won't have anything to taste. I really no sense in tasting them by the time next Brew Wednesday comes. But cheers, guys. 17. We'll catch you next week, I hope. Striped Dog Brewing is out.